Hey Aquarius, Everlong Mystic here. Today we are going to do a gremlin bell reading and we're going to take a look at your gremlin and your bell. So your gremlin bell is basically there to, kind of like it's metaphorical. It's like a form of protection really. And we're just going to see what the bell is protecting you from, how the gremlin finds you, how you're connected to the bell, and what gets rid of the gremlin kind of thing. All right. So, Aquarius. Let's get this bell out. And what gremlin bell would be complete without a gremlin? All right, we're gonna use my gremlin playing cards, and we're gonna get your gremlin here. All right, Aquarius. What's the gremlin for Aquarius? All right. Okay, so we have your gremlin here, and just clarification for your gremlin. And we have the four, clubs, so that would be swords. So 4 of swords, and this gremlin is taking one of your swords. And if this gremlin takes one of your swords, that leaves you with the 3 of swords, and we all know what 3 of swords mean. So, but really, like that 4 of swords is like that restful peace. It's like it's a at peace kind of energy, and your gremlin is like kind of what steals that peace. It's like your gremlin wants to kick you back into that hurt feeling. And then here we have temperance. We have temperance here. But the figure here, it's not necessarily an angel because it has bat wings. And it's like just giving me this major nighttime vibe, because the 4 of swords, it's usually sleeping. You sleep at night, and bats are nocturnal. There's some kind of nighttime. It's like your gremlin comes at night. It's like your gremlin comes at night and disturbs your sleep, and it most likely comes in the form, because these are swords, it comes in the form of stress and anxiety. It's the shit that keeps you up at night. It almost feels like the 9 of swords. It's like your gremlin is when you're not able to temper your anxieties, your worries. Okay, so we're gonna look at your bell, because your bell kind of protects you from the gremlins, and your bell is what gets rid of the gremlins if they show up. You know what I mean? So, and remember, this is metaphorical. I'm not talking about actual little dudes like this. This is just metaphorical. All right, so this card right here is what strengthens your bell. And what strengthens your bell, sweet, you have the Queen of Swords. So Aquarius, what strengthens your bell is your ability to cut through the bullshit. It's like the more that you really try to just get to the truth of the matter, like using a little bit of, like, using the facts, using the logic, like really weighing like what's real and what's imagined, or what's real and what is unknown, or you know what I mean? Like, it just feels very systematic. It seems like when you are in a state of just like you have so much stress and anxiety that you can't even sleep, right? That it's time that's when it's time for that systematic approach, because that is going to protect you from these feelings and help get rid of this situation. So the next card here, this is it's kind of like the gap or the entry point, because a gap, like basically with gremlins, it's like this unexplained, like anything, any kind of unexplained trouble where there's a gap where there's just like you can't figure it out, you don't know why this is going wrong, why. It's that gap. That's the gremlin coming in, right? And it's interesting because the like ducks, like there's their feet, they're webbed, right? And the web fills in the gap, and they call it the gremlin gene because that's the gene that creates that web that fills in the gap. So that's pretty interesting. That's how I came up with this placement here. All right, so how does the gremlin get in? Two of Cups. Oh, Two of Cups. So this this feels like you being influenced by another person. So when you're not, it's like when you're not seeing the facts for what they are because you're being swayed by either how you feel about another person or you're letting yourself being manipulated by another person, that's that's the entry point for this gremlin to come in. Oh my gosh, I wonder if I have that gremlin. Okay, anyways. So, Aquarius, this card here, this is your connection to the bell. This is your connection to the protection, right? Oh, interesting. This is really interesting. It's the Six of Rings. And I want to say rings are rings cups in this deck? This is a brand new deck. Is it Six of Pentacles or is it six? Oh, a ring would have to be a pentacle. All right. So this is a brand new deck, so I haven't even looked at it yet. So I'm going blind here. All right. So the Six of Rings. It's weird. It's like it doesn't even matter if it's pentacles or cups because it feels very different. This is like this is your connection to the divine. I almost wonder if your connection to the bell for everyone is your connection to the divine. You're the third reading I've done, and that's what it is. Huh. So this is your connection to the divine. And again, there's a knife here. It's like that sword. It's like it's like that holding your own. Oh, this is holding your own truth. It's like what it's saying here. It's talking about holding your own truth, and then if you don't feel like you're able to, or if you just don't know, the divine is here to help. It's like raining. It's like holding this blade up to the sky. It's almost like you trying to cut through the darkness. It's like spirit is here to help you cut through the darkness. And really that's what I mean, the darkness can be symbolic of just this night. Remember, like the nocturnal bat. This night, these problems at night. It's like cutting through the darkness. Spirit is trying to help you. That's your connection. Your connection to spirit is helping you cut through this darkness. That's really cool. All right, so Aquarius, this card right here represents how you use this connection to the bell. There's the cups. Okay. So rings are pentacles. Anyways, so Knight of Cups, and this is really cool. It feels just with this horn right here, like I'm just imagining this horn as like a celebratory beverage. You know what I mean? Like it's like okay, so it's a celebratory beverage, but it's like it's all just being dripped in your head. It's like this is the relief. This is relief. So you use your connection to your bell to provide relief so that you could celebrate things again. Because you can't, it's like, who the hell wants to go to a party and celebrate or have a birthday party or whatever? Who wants to celebrate anything when they're all freaked out with anxiety and worry? You know what I mean? So you are Aquarius, you're also very smart about your bell. It's like you know how to use it. You know how to use it. You know how to use your connection to the divine. And it's also like self-sustaining. Like, was it Capricorn? I think it was Capricorn or Cancer. I don't know. One of the first two I did had something very like similar, like where it's like intelligent use of the bell is what I'm trying to say here. Very cool. So the last card here, Aquarius, this represents the ringing of the bell. So that's how the gremlin is let go. It's like you ring the bell and the ringing actually, you know, knocks the gremlin out of there and takes it out. You know what I mean? It's like bye-bye. Bye-bye gremlin. So what takes out the gremlin? Five of Wands. Oh, this is so lovely. Look at this. So the Five of Wands normally is a card of conflict, competition, confusion, that kind of thing, chaosy, a little bit. This is beautiful. This is putting it all together. This is connecting. And look at all these dots. Like this circle right here, there's all these dots. It's like connecting the dots. It's like you figuring out how to use your bell, connecting those dots. That's, I mean, it's like butter. It's like butter, Aquarius. It's like butter. Just that gremlin just slides right out of there. That is freaking cool. That is so cool. All right, Aquarius. This is your gremlin reading. And then my criteria for a bonus reading for this round is I went ahead and just said if any of the major scary cards show up. So I don't see the devil, I don't see death, I don't see the tower, I don't see Three of Swords or Nine or Ten of Swords, even though we kind of did talk about it. It did feel like the Nine of Swords. You know what? I'll do a bonus. I'm going to do a bonus for you, Aquarius, because this gremlin here is taking away a sword to give you the Three of Swords, and this gremlin overall feels like the Nine of Swords. So we'll do a bonus. All right. Look in the bottom of the description box. The very bottom of the description box, there will be a link to a bonus reading, and it's not an extended. It's a bonus reading. It'll be a whole new reading, different reading. All right, Aquarius. Thank you for embracing your inner mystic. I will see you next time. Bye.